Ai, ai. É. Hã? Mexendo. Tipo, não consegue assistir na outra, né? Ou vai dar problema? É, vamos lá, vamos lá. Fala, Raul, beleza, mano? Fala, Raul, beleza? Se temos alguém para contratar aqui, vamos que vamos? Tipo de carta normal. Quem pode entrar no time aqui? São C. Vamos deixar assim por enquanto. Nada de bugar não, mano. Já subi na minha conta principal, vamos brincar um pouquinho nessa. Já que o jogo não tem conteúdo, a gente inventa. Inventar umas coisas novas de vez em quando. Tá bom, viu? Grande guiçante. Maravilhoso, mano.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And already we're underway here.
Well, there's a big game player, if ever there was one.
Iniesta, universally admired. So what do we expect from him today, Jim?
Well, he's the master of time and
Vamos lá.
He finds those little pockets in dangerous areas, moves the ball forward, taking people in the narrowest of spaces and delivers precision balls. And he does it pretty much better than anyone else.
Boa, Van Dijk. Ele demora para dar o passe.
Out to the left it goes. And it's Cruyff. He's a sharp little ball here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's being urged to shoot, and he's managed to get free. Real chance!
Nossa, que defesa!
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Finish!
Que passe, hein?
And Inter go in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Zanetti. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Pedido não.
And he's gone backward here. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. It's a promising position. Flings in across. Saliba with the clearance. Now this could be a chance. The cross comes in. Tries to... There's the shot! Sao Paulo are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look
Sou Van Dijk.
to cause some
Boa.
problems to that opposing defense. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Iniesta.
Dembélé. Ó, Dembélé, vamos correr.
He is just caressing the ball. Cruyff with the cross.
Sao Paulo clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Good steal, he just read it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Belletti.
Ô, Saliba.
Can he get on the end of this?
Ô, Saliba.
Cross into the box. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
If they want to counter, they could do with...
Colocar reposição baixa no Courtois ali.
Mathias Pereira. Threads one in. Look at this. He's having a shot. It's fallen kind
Aí sim, Neymar.
Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. Caicedo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking to play him in. Picks and he shoots!
Podia ter tocado o Neymar, né?
That's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Pinches it off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chance for a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
He has found the way through. And it's Messi. Tries a shot! In he goes again.
Olha o Courtois, entregou a paçoca.
With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the...
Can he finish?
Que passe do Mbappé.
No space, no problem. You just cannot.
Que passe foi esse?
Pereira demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Leg.
Good progress. Oh, Red, nice interception. It's been shipped out wide. Cruyff. That's a sharp pass. And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Well, Peter, I
Bom
think
demais.
it's a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Nicely spread. Rodri. Foot in.
Ei, jogo pesado.
Control of it, and he's on the move. Rodri.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's and the shot!
Que leg, velho.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. Oh, shooting chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a...
Messi! That tested the keeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And it's Belletti. He's in space and looking for options. Fiore's cross. And that has been cleared. Mbappe. And here's the chance to counter. Now, can they get him away?
Inter are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Good running, strong and purposeful. The pass is intercepted. Just about up to the hour now. He's found a way through. Rodri. And here's Dembele. Decent chance!
Olha que defesa do goleiro.
Standing save to keep that out.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, they've got it again. Neymar. He's through, now is he in?
Ó, esse é um golaço.
Compromising challenge. Iniesta. Cruyff.
Pode me dar uma dica como melhorar na liga de futebol? Ah, mano, primeiramente, eu gosto de jogar no contra-ataque. Formação aqui, colocar defensivo dos laterais. Aqui eu tô jogando só com lateral, mas eu costumo jogar com os dois. Eu coloquei defensivo no volante, no Rodri. E saber antecipar a jogada, mano. Antecipar passe. Bom demais. Terceira divisão? Pra chegar na primeira ali tem que... Aliás, pra chegar na primeira não acho tão difícil, mas pra jogar a primeira divisão é um pouco complicado. O segredo é fazer leitura do jogo do adversário. Pra saber onde que vai tocar, ó. Não dá passe afoito. Ó, marcar a linha de passe dele, ó. Vê onde que o cara vai tocar e marca, ó. Olha o cara sozinho aqui no meio, ó. Ele vai tocar aqui no meio ou vai cruzar. Eu marquei a linha de passe dele. Não pode dar opção pro cara tocar. Aí vai tocar aqui, ó. Tá em cima, aqui no meio agora. Olha lá, marquei a linha de passe. Aí vai tocar aqui, ó. Vai só ir marcando a linha de passe e fazer leitura da jogada, a hora de atacar também. Você não pode marcar o jogador que tá com a bola. Você marca o jogador que vai receber o passe. Ah, você joga no celular? Aí eu creio que seja um pouco diferente, mas Mas não muda o estilo de jogo, não.
Perfectly measured that. Messi, great ball, and he's in here.
Oh, fiz isso não, velho.
Well, the
Grandes aqui, ó.
just about came out on top, but they were
Boa
so
tarde,
close.
manito.
And he's had it nicked away. And this is Messi. And Messi! Oh, good spread. Now it's Owen. He's shifting through the gears here. So much time and space here.
E a jogatina, como é que tá isso aqui, ó?
Aimed beyond the defence. Opts to. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Can he get it through?
Mais um do Mbappé?
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Ó, ele agarrou no chão.
Especially good pass that. Sao Paulo can breathe again. Just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And he shoots! No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering
Vamos,
out.
Pedro.
Brilliantly cut out. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And that's going to be a booking. Baresi. Now Davids. Belletti. And that is it. The referee
Não.
has seen enough. Inter Milan.
Você não sabe o que aconteceu comigo agora. Eu ganhando
Imposing themselves in the manner
o cara aqui 2 a 0. O cara pega e derruba a internet aqui. Aí deu ruim, mano. Derrubou, mano. Pode ser o servidor também. Já aconteceu comigo. Já aconteceu comigo de cair assim. Tá mais um zagueiro ali. Tava acabando o jogo, aí deu ruim. Dá raiva demais, né, mano? Tá mecânico. Eu acho que eu nem vou ter treinamento pra ele. Aí é sacanagem, né? Aqui, ó. Jogo é complicado, bicho. Um talento defensivo nele. Vamos lá. Los Piratas. Ó, meu clique de ataque tá bem, hein? A zaga dele tá bem baixa. É, o time dele tem o Roy foi muito bom, o Kaká é bom. Ferré é bom, Baresi, Maldini. Voltando, colocar o ímpeto no check dele lido. E no Raika.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope it's a contest worthy of the setting.
Tira essa bolota. Passo chato esse negócio.
And that gets things running. Kaká in the side, just about as box office as it gets.
Yeah, I totally agree. He
Boa, Rodri.
is the blueprint of the modern day number 10, lauded for his simple and very graceful style of play. Really is a player who has the lot.
You come
Cortou pro lado errado.
to see him play. Well, that is good. Super running shot. Oh no, this does not look good.
Esse Dembélé é bom, viu?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Neymar.
Ah, não era ali.
Passes,
Era do Matheus Pereira.
Could have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice.
Congela não, jogadores.
That's a decent clearance. Oh,
Não, toquei ele não.
there's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was
O jogo tá dando muito passe errado.
Struggling to work out whether that was
O jogo tá errando os passes.
maybe both actually.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And this is from Mario. Araujo. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Caicedo. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Esse deu mole, cara.
He's had a shot! And that's
Foi falta ali, não foi não?
Mateus Pereira is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Still goalless. Romario.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Maldini. Oh, he's been flattened there. He's been taken down and the referee has...
Errei o carrinho.
Inter Milan present their opponents with the best possible chance to get them off and running.
É sua, Courtois. É sua.
1-0. Never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time
Que lag.
they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Servidor tá cagado.
Dembele. And he's lost his man here. Mateus. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see. Header! It's in!
Esse lag é difícil, né?
In a trice, and they are soaring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things are starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Caicedo. Well, that looks... Shot, surely!
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best.
Ai, não toca, velho. O jogo demora.
Nakata goes for goal.
É isso, jovem.
Is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it.
O juiz deu, gente.
Baresi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Baresi shows the will to win the ball. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Mbappe, and he's running through. Mbappe!
Boa.
It's in! Just one goal in it now. Game on! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Tentar jogar essa partida largada aqui hoje aqui, ó.
Go one way only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And that is a little undercooked. Out again for a throw-in. Nakata.
A capa faz diferença, mano.
Agreed. That was well played, well stopped.
ChatGPT tá bom pra fazer.
And it's Kaka. Maldini. Araujo does really well to win the ball there. Dembele. Rodri. Pass somewhat off target. Mateus. Flamengo looking to pass their way through. And it's played in. Tries to get it clear.
Vamos, jogo lagado.
The ball is back. Takes the shot. And that is masterful defending. Oh, that's delightful. That is good alertness. Dembele.
Ah, juiz.
For half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
É só criar outro e-mail, mano.
It has been quite a half this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing.
E outro e meio faz em outro e meio.
Too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And the game has already resumed here.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Cafu chips it through. Good ball, good take. Cross from Maldini.
Ai, lasqueira.
Having a go. He's missed, but not by that far.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Pra criar outro e meio dá pra fazer mais.
Stood up well to him there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Albert Ferrer. Cafu.
Vamos debelir, vamos debelir.
Nakata has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Caicedo. Now Saliba. And here's Neymar. Dembele. And they're back on the ball again. And he takes a shot!
Ah,
Just off target. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Knocks it into space. Neymar. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that was vital.
tá
Mario.
tirando essas bolas na sorte.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Dembele. Done delicately. That has not gone well.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Kaka. Aims beyond the defence. Cross from Maldini. Saliba is there and he can get that clear. Matheus Pereira. Chance for a shot!
A zaga abrindo pro cara chutar, aí fica difícil.
That was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Conseguiu pegar a primeira onda não, mano?
And this one has been on the cards for a little while. Now it's Haaland. Pedri. Lovely pass, but can shapes to shoot.
Ah, jogo. Vai ajudar o cara lá na China.
It's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
That has ended up in no man's land. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish?
Vamos.
No mistake. Inter are back in business. That was easy, almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams.
And the shot!
Aí sim.
Goal!
Boa, Haalandinho.
And the comeback is complete.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Haaland. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And here's Pedri. Oh, nice touch. It's not an especially good pass, that.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Romario. He came in hard, very hard.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances
Oh,
do you
Messi.
realistically expect now?
Cafu tries making a foray down the right. It's a mighty effort.
Ah, o cara sozinho, velho.
He hits the net. They have
Meteu um cabo do top 60 ontem, 2-1.
simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Os caras top rank só joga assim, né?
Did the defense let themselves down
Só no toque duplo, cancel.
I think the boss won't be amused.
Chato de marcar.
Square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great.
Ah, congela não, jogador.
There's enough in the tank to grab another.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time.
Oi, Messi.
Tries to play it through.
Que morrinha que você tá.
And that's that.
Sassaf.
What a
Só lenda aqui.
genuine respect all round.
Nossa, que horrível. Só lenda. Ainda aumentou 5 pontos, tá bom. Deu vontade de se avançar? Não entendi, mano. Ah. O jogo estressa demais. Esse jogo estressa demais. É difícil demais. O Papai Cris e Valverde. Que Batistuta ali que é chatinho. Nossa, Deus. Gosto de tomar gol dele.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. The action has already started.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently,
Boa, Van
we
Dijk.
can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced
O
with
Pedro dele fazendo autoblock de bunda.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Tô falando que esse Batistuta é chato, a bola tá perseguindo ele, ó.
Batistuta. And the shot!
Olha que jogador desgramado.
And out!
E o cara tá num lag feio.
Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a
Nossa, que passe do Neymar. Que passe do Neymar.
good pressure, just hounded him off it. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And here's Batistuta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Mbappe tries to pass it through, and he plays one through, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Chance for a shot!
Nossa, deixou o goleiro certinho.
Lobbed away.
Ô Dembélé, vamos aparecer pro jogo.
Jimenez gets across to intercept that.
Jogo pesado.
So it is still 0-0. Now it's Villa. Donatoni.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting
Fez lá hoje.
for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield.
O YouTube não notificou aqui pra mim, não.
And they have got just the right players for that. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now there's a fine...
Ah, ele adiantou a bola sozinho.
But nothing doing. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Great ball, and he's in here. No way through, so back it. It's Neymar! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Xingar bastante nesse jogo já é normal, mano. Não tem ninguém que faz live que não xinga.
Araujo. Lovely, now that shot, surely! It's fallen kind
Tá doido? O goleiro dele tá catando até debaixo d'água.
The breakthrough strike. And he's only too grateful to capitalize on the keeper's misfortune.
É, não
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy enough.
costumo indicar não, mano.
Truth in it.
Você tá lá no nosso grupo lá?
Have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter.
Vendo o grupo lá, pode mandar lá.
Will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Rodri, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Lamine Yamal really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Dembele. Great vision.
É, ficou top, mano. Ficou top.
The utilization of space.
Dembele. And he shoots! 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Donatoni. He's got away. David Villa. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Takes a shot! He's keen, determined to have his say. Well, they're just
Eu fiz lá também, né?
wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
A capa é lá.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It's run loose here. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Donatoni. Oh, that's a tries a shot.
Boa, goleiro.
Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You
Ele melhorou bastante as capas lá, porque uns dias atrás aí não tava legal não.
And this is Batistuta.
Tá bem feia.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Inter Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
A capa ficou top, né?
And the action is back underway.
Só o servidor caindo, velho.
We want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And it's Dembele.
They've got to be quick.
Servidor mais à noite não tá ficando bom não, velho. Joguei cedo aqui, tava bom.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Aí acho que
Donatoni. And they win it back again.
é um limite por dia.
Rodri. Well seen. Saw that.
Vamos, Rod.
Was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And Inter now could counter-attack. Can he get on the end of this? He's in plenty of space here. Mbappe. And that is expertly dealt with. And that's been intercepted.
That's great position.
Shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cadeira game, computador e controle na mão. Aí vai ficar top. Vai ficar top.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played.
And the finish! He has done it! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Matthews Pereira. Jimenez. That's a sharp pass. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he
Tem que ter um gol dele, né? Tem que ter um gol dele.
It's in. Back within one.
Para estudar? Ah, aquilo lá. Tem resposta para quase tudo.
He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Can he finish?
Odeio esse Batistuta, velho.
Well,
O jogador do cão.
they can't let the intensity drop now.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
O cara buga a zaga da gente toda.
Oh, sweet feet. Gonna be disappointed with that. Oh, that's superb. Real chance here. Not going up front in a hurry. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Errando passe fácil, Rui.
Clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Inter Milan finding their passes. That looks a good ball through. He's had a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Mbappe really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Tá com barulho na live, mano? Ele tá falando. Tá alto, não? Cadê o Vini Júnior? Aí eu prefiro jogar com dois laterais, mano. Defensivo, mas como não tem lateral bom aqui.
Corner number two then.
O zagueiro tá mal, não tá? Ah, não toquei ele não.
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. He's having a shot!
Que passe do Messi.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this
Quase que eu erro por causa do lag.
to me, they know they've got it wrong.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Esses caras com conexão horrorosa, tá doido? Você me falou esses bônus e eu até esqueci, mano, aquela vez. Devia ter juntado. Haaland? Aí sim. Juntou bastante, deu bom. Oitenta k aí sim. Tá doido? 500 quanto, mano? O negócio é bom mesmo.
Well, football is, of course,
Por isso que os caras têm time bom?
for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
Aí sim.
There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black
O cara
and
tá
blue
parado,
kit.
gente?
It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vou ver se eu começo a juntar os pontinhos lá também. Ih, o jogo bugou.
Spread out to the left. Not the
Tem
most
alguma coisa de errado
comfortable
com esse jogo. Ela pausou, o jogo ficou esquisito.
somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Matches Pereira. Great ball, and he's in here. And he's searching through. Oh, look at the space here. Vinicius Junior! Oh, Inter! And Inter go in front. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you...
Mbappe! Really well taken goal. the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish. Mbappe, real chance.
Ó.
Oh, take
Passa assim?
style. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter.
Não toquei ele, não.
Stop it. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here.
Ó, o jogador não virou.
People are reacting to that now.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's a key interception. Spread it left. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Mbappe. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. It's a goal kick. Hazard might just make this. That's a throw. Vinicius Junior. He is through here. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mateus Pereira. Mbappe! Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Now, what about a counter-attack? Zico. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's having a go! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Flings in across. And can he finish?
Tá doido. Ele faz esse gol aí pra parar, ué.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. He has found the way through. Now it's Mbappe. Zico is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's been played through. Rodri. Mateus Pereira. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got away. Kivior did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Akanji. Vinicius Junior, given the lift of his goal. It's Neymar! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example
Aí o-
of attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Van Dijk. Now it's Mbappe. Inter Milan have
Ô, Vini.
back and they'll have another go.
Olha o Vini, rapaz.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Ah,
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into a stride, and they're just not doing that.
Mbappe. And that's a good ball. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Inter Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. Courtois looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence that was never missing.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Inter Milan grab aquele, concedes a free kick for that.
Esse juiz deu, gente? Por que não deu vantagem, esse burro?
Aquele has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm he is therefore off. Inter Milan
Foi expulso, né?
to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Jimenez gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mateus Pereira. Aims beyond the defence. Shin to shin. Big chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Inter Milan are at a peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now it's Yamal. That's a super give and go. Mateus Pereira. Now Mbappe. Oh, he's burst through. Hazard. And it's
Acabou, juizão.
now it's Mbappe.
Acabou, juizão.
Through. Referee's had a look. He's blown his whistle for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in the wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
Inter Milan have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already.
Cambio di giocatori.
Here we go again then. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Tries to play it through, and that could set him on his way. Upamecano. Zico. Yamal. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, it's a great ball here. Neymar has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target. Now, as long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Done delicately. And here's Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior!
Pra se bater colocado.
Seemed certain to get the sixth.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
And it's Caicedo. Shoots! They've done it! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided...
Já não desiste não, hein?
This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Inter Milan are having a ball here. And he's away. Shot at goal!
Chute esse, Mbão.
Oh, terrific.
Recuou a bola pro goleiro.
Certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of
L'affluenza
counter-attacking.
di quest'oggi è di 80.314 spettatori.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's come through and he's had a quick look
O
inside.
Van Dijk quer fazer um também?
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. He's having a shot! No mistake! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him. Well, that's really winded. He
Takes a shot! He's got a goal! And the chasm continues to
O cara não quita não, hein?
brutal statement that
Vai desistir nunca.
they're at.
Look,
Esse é guerreiro, hein?
here right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous start for them, and they're starting to look.
Fiz o giro com 360 não deu.
There could be more on the way.
Knocks it into space. Great chance! Mbappe! Irrepressible! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And this is Neymar. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe driving forwards. It's a really well-measured ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zico. Yamal. Now that's well seen too. Lobbed in behind. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Librei errado.
Meccano defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Looking for options.
Vamos Van Dijk.
He's beaten the last man. Chance for a shot! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
What a fabulous run. Okay, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Corner number 2 then. There's a sharp little ball here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe picks it up out wide, and he's managed to get free. Oh, important interception. Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And the ball's come loose here. Rodri.
Ci saranno 3
Fourth
minuti di
official
recupero.
showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that has left him in a heap. Van Basten. Out to the left it goes. He's picked his way through. It's a good look. He's got full. Oh, he's given it away.
É isso, Isaac. Proteção de cabeça.
Mbappe finds himself.
Ah, juiz, acaba esse jogo de uma vez.
And that's it. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did.
Júnior aqui. Ai, ai. Uma ação doida é essa, gente. É cada uma, viu?
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. Okay, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
He's beaten the last man.
Errou o toque duplo.
Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
É isso.
But they've got it again. Can he get on the end of this?
Proteção de cabeça nessa zaga, hein?
And it's Xabi Alonso. Van Dijk. Cherki. Now it's Endrick. Cherki. He's picked his way through. Mbappe!
Nossa, sabia que ele está ali.
He's really good tenacity.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Rodri receives it in a good... There's the shot! It's
O goleiro.
who's going to get there? Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And he's well positioned here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, that looks a decent ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Mbappé está osso, hein?
To pick out of these early exchanges.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Endrick, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
It's really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well played. Well
Escondido atrás do jogador, não Mbappé.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He is just caressing the ball. Sending it unapologetic.
Que lag que tá essa partida.
Almost personal, and it had to be. Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Sneijder. Inter Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. It's a threatening ball. He might be in. Shoots.
Aí sim.
Goal, Inter. The breakthrough strike. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one who expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Mbappe, and it's Caicedo. Van Dijk. Flamengo upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it. and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Tries to pass it through.
O Van Dijk.
And he was alert to it. Van Dijk.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Mateus Pereira. Oh, no joy this time. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Vinicius Junior. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Can he finish?
Ah, Neymar.
Oh, and they really
Que isso, Neymar?
This is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. There's a probing ball. Pinches it off him. Belletti looking for options for movement. He slings it. Real chance! In he goes again.
Nossa, que isso?
This time surely.
Como que o cara perdeu esse gol?
First half draws to a close.
Meu Deus do céu.
Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling teams on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Inter Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa
And the action
21
is back on the way.
vai ser substituído pelo
A
jogador.
solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
Substituição.
And here's Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Inter Milan, different to some extent this. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Oh, what has happened here?
Vamos Dembélé, vamos Dembélé.
Mbappe. Well, they can break here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to play it through. Gabriel. And it's Snyder. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Now it's Dembele. Mateus Pereira. Dembele! It's
Boa, boa, boa.
And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Here's on the way through. Look at the space here, and he's on his way. Dyer
Público
did well to
presente na
emerge with the
partida
ball.
de hoje.
That's a contest to keep an eye on.
80.607 espectadores.
Haaland.
Rola!
And that is a little undercooked. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pedri. That is good alert. Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. He's found a way through. Araujo gets it away. Whistle's gone. That's
Ah, juiz, foi na bola.
there could be trouble
Rouba
here.
não, juiz.
For now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
Schneider is standing over this one.
Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 3. Teremos uma substituição.
Flamengo have their second corner now. And that has been cleared. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. He's tried one! And it's
E
there!
lançamento do Messinho.
Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. A case now of complete control. Definitely not his best. Dembele puts his foot on the gas. Schneider. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a check. That could spell has another goal!
Que isso?
Oh,
Confusão.
brilliant save.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Zé Pause.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So, third corner of the game.
Camisa 22. Camisa 3. Deixando o campo para a entrada de
They've been short.
camisa 14. Camisa
And it's going to be
20.
another one. Corner number 4 coming up here. And it's been taken short. Aimed beyond the defence. And the cross comes in. Courtois claims it without any fuss. Dyer gets across to intercept that. Oh, nicely intercepted. Knocks it into space. Ahead by 3. Foot off the pedal. Mbappe. Oh, lovely feed. Is such a good mover. Belletti. Nicely weighted. Done promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Dembele. Good ball.
Ô, Van Dijk.
Take. In with the
Boa.
challenge. Kaka. He's a sharp little ball here. Backward it goes.
Pedido.
Mbappe has it in a wide position.
Foram
Its way to him.
4 minutos de
Lag.
Somewhat off target. Dembele. He's free. He has got space. Oh, he's been caught napping. And yes, it's there. Over the hills and far away.
O goleiro passou igual
Now.
sabão.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly...
And that's it. Inter Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and so fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Dembele, voted man of the match.
Cento e 3 gols. Bora. Aí sim. Tem até aquele ali novo.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. And already we're underway here.
Eu fiz o toque duplo, não deu.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Caicedo.
Ah, Mbappé errou o passe.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Threads one in. Look, he's had a shot!
Boa. Boa, Mbappé.
A super start. A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Corinthians are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Mbappé. Mbappé proves just a little bit too strong.
Esconde não, Matheus Filho.
So just a one early goal to report so far.
Agora parar esse Pelé aí vai ser difícil. Boa, Saliba.
Caicedo.
Monstro.
Mathias Pereira. Now, can they get him away? And the shot!
Aí não, Zaga.
It's a goal! That is remarkable!
Aí não, Zaguinha.
In a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favors the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defenses apart. And it's
É isso, jovem. É pra frente.
when it's applied like that.
Corinthians grab the equaliser and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Now it's Mbappé. Now it's Dembele. And that has left him in a heap. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's put paid to a promising move. Caicedo. And it's Ronaldinho. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mbappé.
Falta.
Appeal, but nothing doing. Rodri makes the interception. Lovely chance for a shot.
Boa.
Goal, Inter. And they've got their lead back.
E passe, hein,
There
Matheus.
was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Inter Milan finding their passes. And this is Dembele. Now there's the shot. Seedorf
Que tabelão, hein?
steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, that's a key interception. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Mbappé.
Boa, Jimenez.
Mathias Pereira. Dembele. Can he get on the end of this? Ronaldinho spots it and intercepts. And here's Dembele. That is a brilliant interception. Ronaldinho. Makalele. Now Mbappé. And it's Makalele. Inter Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes.
Boa, Saliba.
Mathias Pereira. Mbappé. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Dembele. Mbappé.
Falta.
Orders from the referee. It's a penalty. Inter Milan have themselves a chance from the spot to increase the lead.
Aqui é o Neymaru, né?
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it.
Boa, boa, boa.
Cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Mathias Pereira. Now it's Neymar. Great vision. Pass is just off target. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, it's a great ball here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Ronaldinho. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Closing in on goal.
Toquei no meio.
Moves direct. And this is Pele. He has found the way through. Mathias Pereira. And we've reached half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good.
O Dembélé cansou um pouco.
And indeed up front, if those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1.
Informamos que o circuito interno de imagens está em operação para sua segurança. Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa
And we're off
6.
again.
Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 4.
That's good running with the ball. Steaming on goalwards. He's on it. Can he get away?
Zaguinha fechadas.
Probing pass. That's good vision.
Ó,
And it's hit the woodwork and out.
olha o desafio frenético.
Not the easiest of choices, but he had a good crack at it.
Tamo junto.
He's got enough purchase on it. Now he's got to think a little bit more about the accuracy.
Caicedo. Rodri. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Ronaldinho. He's picked his way through. He's in space,
Edita, não?
looking for options. And that's gone loose. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Mbappe. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mathias Pereira. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through.
Vamos que vamos.
Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has really satisfied.
Presta pro jogo, Mbappé.
Smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game.
Eu acho que foi falta isso aí, hein?
Can breathe again. Just.
Yeah, they should have
Aí, agora o juiz dá falta.
stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
It's Makalele. Some really good ball movement. He's having a shot! Yes, it's there! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And yes, it's him again. Corinthians get themselves back into contention.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
substituição.
Inter Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Ronaldinho, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Pullet. Picked out brilliantly. And Pullet!
Boa, goleiro.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Opts to play it back. Great, takes a shot!
Ó,
Hit the upright.
aí sim.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And the finish!
É.
They've scored!
O time morreu, o time morreu.
It's incredible!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves.
Demora pra dar passe.
This has become one superb game of football.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Looking to play him in.
Inter really can't be faulted for their action, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Pullet. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Seedorf. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
This looks promising. That's an excellent interception. Van Dijk going vertical. Well, that pass surprised everyone, not in a good way. And the counter is on. Now that's well seen too.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Marquez gets it out.
Well, they shouldn't be done.
Nossa, o R7 entrou morto, viu?
In the mixer and quickly.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Rodri. Koundé. That looks a decent ball. Nice interception, well played. Nakalele. And the pass is intercepted. Cristiano Ronaldo!
Nossa, meu Deus.
But hit the post. Well seen. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round.
É, galera, por hoje deu. Valeu pela presença e até a próxima. Ai, cansei. Valeu, valeu, valeu. Depois a gente continua, tenta vai subir aqui essa conta aí. Beleza. Vamos aí com essa conta aí, vamos tentar subir depois. Valeu, valeu. Até mais, tchau, tchau.